It's gonna be very, very interesting to see if 2024 can live up to 2023, movies-wise, of course. Hey there, cinephiles. Today I wanted to get into my most anticipated movies for 2024. Now, for this video, I won't be ranking them by how much I'm anticipating them, but rather by when they should be coming out. Hopefully there isn't a reason, again, to push back a lot of films. But alright, without further ado, let's get into my most anticipated films of 2024. First one up is Bob Marley, One Love. Coming out on February 14th, this is the first film that I'm actually intrigued by. Wish I could say I was really intrigued by anything in January. I mean, Mean Girls sort of, but by the time this video comes out, that movie will be out. But nevertheless, One Love was supposed to come out last year, but ended up being pushed to this year multiple times. Some award season pundits thought it would be an Oscar player, but turns out it's just getting pushed into February. So I don't necessarily have all the faith in the world that this will be great, but I'm at least hoping for it to be good. It's a Bob Marley biopic, and this trailer has been playing so often that it's overplayed in theaters. Yet the more it plays, the more I kind of want to see it. Up next, I have Drive Away Dolls, which comes out February 23rd. Directed by Ethan Cohen, this was another film that was supposed to come out last year, but due to the strikes and companies being greedy, well, you know, it got pushed to this year. Starring Margaret Qualley and Geraldine Viswanathan, this seems like a very slick, dark comedy. It follows the two as they drive to Tallahassee, but are accidentally given a car that's meant for criminals, so now these criminals are chasing them across country. At the very least, this looks like a fun time, and the last time a Coen brother directed something by himself, I really enjoyed it. The next one I'm excited for is Doom Part 2, coming out on March 1st. You know I'm excited for this. I know you're excited for this. If this isn't on your list for most anticipated movies of the year, what are we doing here? Next up, I have Love Lies Bleeding, which comes out on March 8th. This has Katie O'Brien and Kristen Stewart falling for each other in a small town where there's this secret, dark underbelly of criminal activity. This seems like it could be a very fun and a little trippy dark comedy. I'm pretty sure this is premiering at Sundance, so we'll get some reviews soon for it, but I'm holding out hope that this is a fun little time. Now looking forward to Mickey 17, which comes out on March 29th. The next Bong Joon-ho film, his first since Parasite, and starring Robert Pattinson in this possible space sci-fi drama. I don't know a lot about this movie. In fact, we basically only have this image that we've seen, but what I do know of it makes me excited, so that's enough to put it on here for me. Also, this apparently has Mark Ruffalo, Toni Collette, and Steven Yeun as well, so there you go. Another movie I'm excited for is Challengers, which comes out on April 26th. A Luca Guadagnino movie starring Zendaya that was supposed to come out this past September, but is now instead coming out around my birthday. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. This tennis love triangle drama looks very different from Luca Guadagnino's other films, but every Luca film looks different from every Luca film. The visual style that we do see from the trailer may not be my favorite of his, at least so far, but the story has me definitely intrigued. Moving on to next month, we have Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, which comes out on May 24th. My love, Anya Taylor-Joy, is finally starring in another movie, and I am so ready to watch another film from George Miller. Even if his movies don't hit with me, at least visually they're interesting. And I also really enjoyed Mad Max Fury Road, so why not be excited for this? Especially since I never got the chance to see Fury Road on the big screen, so this is a good chance for me to see that world up there. On the same day, we also have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I really like the last installment, War for the Planet of the Apes, and even though this is a different director, the visuals and the trailers do have me really intrigued. It also apparently takes place 300 plus years after the last one, so we're going to be in a completely different world. Moving on now to The Bike Riders, which releases on June 21st. This was another pushback of 2023 that was supposed to release last month in December, but then some way, somehow, this got pushed back and it almost didn't get a theatrical release. But with the leads of Austin Butler, Tom Hardy, Jodie Comer, and Mike Faist, I mean, this is a really good cast. Up next, I have Twisters, which comes out on July 19th. The sequel to the cult classic Twister from 1996 has a lot of up-and-coming stars in the making. Anthony Ramos, Kieran Shipka, Katie O'Brien, and more. And this will also be directed by Isaac Lee Chung, who directed Minari. There's a lot of potential here, and I will be rooting for this so hard, even though it's a sequel to Twister. Hopefully they drop a sneak peek of this at the Super Bowl or something and try to make this a big movie. Up next, I have Alien Romulus, which comes out August 16th. This is starring Isabella Merced and Kaylee Spaney, who both deserve stardom. And this is directed by Fede Alvarez, who directed Don't Breathe and the 2013 Evil Dead. There isn't that much known about this movie so far, but it does look like it's a bunch of young people who are going to be evading a xenomorph, and that sounds like a really good time. So I'm really hoping this is just a good old killer space thriller. Up next, I have Joker Folie à Deux, which comes out on October 4th. I don't care what you think about the first one. I was someone who didn't want a sequel to it, and well, then I heard they were making this a musical, and I need it now. I'm hoping for the best, whether it's so bad it's good or it's genuinely good. Next one I'm looking forward to is Wolfman, which comes out October 25th. It stars Christopher Abbott, and that's all I really know about it. But you give me a good actor and an attempt at a monster classic, and I will be there. Up next, I have Gladiator 2, which comes out November 22nd. A quick couple of hot takes of mine. I don't love the original Gladiator, and also I think Ridley Scott's not that consistent of a director, not just recently, but he never was. That being said, though, this cast is amazing. I mean, you talk about a holy trinity of Pedro Pascal, Paul Mescal, and Denzel Washington. Sign me up. At the very least, this will have great acting. I hope. Another one I'm looking forward to is Wicked, coming out on November 27th. A movie musical adaptation coming out during awards season will always have me wanting for it to be good. Also, I've never seen Wicked in any capacity, so this has me pretty excited to finally experience that phenomenon. And hopefully it's a good one and not just making me want to see it on the stage only. Getting towards the end of the year now, I have Nosferatu, which comes out on December 25th. Robert Eggers directing, and that one photo of Willem Dafoe. Do you need anything else to watch this? This will be a Christmas present to me, even though it won't have Anya Taylor-Joy as originally slated, but the rest of the cast is still pretty good. Apart from Dafoe, which I already mentioned, you also have Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Nicholas Hoult, Bill Skarsgård, and more. Overall, this seems like a really good ensemble, and I really enjoyed every single one of Eggers' films so far, so I have full faith in this one. Alright, now I'm going to get into some movies that don't have release dates, but they're still coming out in 2024, at least most likely. First one up is Hitman. From one of my favorite directors, Richard Linklater. This was supposed to come out last year. It played the festival circuit for so long, and it got amazing reviews. Like, reviews that makes me think it would have been easily in my top 10 of the year. But for some reason, despite playing so many festivals and getting great reviews, it wasn't necessarily getting picked up by a distributor. And after a while, ended up being Netflix to be the one to pick it up, and I don't necessarily love that, but I'm just hoping for a theatrical release and a physical copy release as well. Second to last one here is Megalopolis. From Francis Ford Coppola, this apparent epic apparently has so many set issues, just like all his other films that are amazing, so I'm holding out hope that this is amazing too. But at the very least, even if this isn't as good as I want it to be, it will be interesting. And finally, we have Problemista, a movie that was supposed to come out last year and also looked so great from the trailers, but right now it's unfortunately not anywhere slated on the release schedule. It's a smaller film from A24 and it looks like a trip of a film. I just really hope this still ends up with a wide release date in theaters, as I think it will make my top 10 of the year. But alright, those are a lot of the films that I'm looking forward to in 2024. I know there are some films missing on this list, so let me know which ones you're looking forward to down in the comments below. One that I wanted to put on here, because originally it was coming out on the same day as Nosferatu, but got pushed back to, I think, 2025, is the Jordan Peele film. But anyways, I hope this is still going to be a great year for films. Again, let me know which ones you're looking forward to, and I know a lot of films that are going to come out we don't even know about yet, so even if you're not looking forward to many this year, there will be more to come for sure. But alright, as always, thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Stay tuned for more Yeti Films content, and I'll catch you later.